What's up, NASCAR racing fans? This is Ryan with NASCAR Authentic Reviews, and I'm back with another diecast review. This, of course, is of Lionel Racing's Wave 2, one car from there, and a few cars from the NASCAR Authentics bonus wave that we had gotten, quite a ways back. Both these were kind of ways back, and I've been kind of holding on to them, waiting for a chance to review them, and the bonus cars I've kind of waited to see if I could maybe find a couple other bonus wave cars, but I haven't really seen any others. I pretty much only got 2 waves from that bonus wave. So those are the 3 cars that I picked up, and of course the one wave 2 car, which is the Kurt Busch number 41 Haas Automation Ford. And I was not originally planning on picking it up because we did get that car back in wave 6, except on the Chevrolet. And because of that reason, the only real difference between this one and the 2017 one is the front Chevrolet. So the only really reason why I got it was because of the fact that they will not be producing his Daytona 500 win in 1/64 scale. So I kind of got it to take place of that Daytona 500 win, because I do have all the Daytona 500 win cars in 1/64 back into 2013. So I kind of want to get every Daytona 500 win car in 1/64 scale if they produce them. They have for the past couple of years, but the reason why they didn't do it this year specifically is because of that Monster Energy logo. Of course, this one is just a little bit different because it doesn't have that Monster Energy logo, but it'll do. But yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and jump right into it, will we? And I guess we will start out with that Daytona 500 winner. First race of the season, so there'll be the first car. And here we go. So, of course, standard hood and Haas Automation. This car I've actually had for quite a little while. Been trying to get an opportunity to review it. We'll take a look at the other cars in the back. Of course, y'all seen these for quite a while. We are on to Wave 4, which it really is kind of surprised to me that we already have Wave 4, because really I haven't seen anybody find Wave 3. I don't even think they're in stores yet, because I've been looking on eBay and stuff like that just to try to get an idea if they've hit stores yet, and I haven't seen them on eBay or Instagram or YouTube or whatever. So I really don't think Wave 3 has hit stores, especially not Wave 4. Wave 4 is just announced. So yeah, so the latest wave we really see is Wave 2 and the bonus wave. So yeah, well, I guess we'll go ahead and jump into it and get started, shall we? So I'm kind of curious if they'll keep this scheme for too long. I mean, we've had this scheme for, what, 2 years now? And it's just a little bit different from the 2015 scheme, I believe. But 2016 and 2017 scheme are rather similar, other than the fact that one's on a Ford and one's on a Chevrolet. To be honest, I kind of like the Ford. Getting to look at it, and it does look like there's a little bit tone difference in the red, so it's just a little bit different. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But yeah, we're going to take a look at the hood. Of course, standard hood, NASCAR Authentics on the back. Not too much to talk about. But yeah, I do like the plastic hoods. So there you go, and we'll take a look at the car. So of course, somewhat not really too new, but somewhat new nose, 2 years running, and new Ford Fusion nose. Yeah, so of course Haas Automation on the front, Kurt Busch. Of course, no Monster Energy logo on the back half, which is kind of unfortunate. I would like to get a 1/64 scale with Monster Energy. Fortunately, that 90% chance won't happen, at least for a little while. Maybe we might get a Monster Energy car, or at least Monster Energy logo on a car in some kind of large form or fashion, whenever we get the championship car. So I'm kind of curious how they do the championship car. Once again, probably 90% chance we will have it on a base. Well, probably more than that. We will more than likely have it on a base for the championship car, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm not too bummed about it. Of course, we did have our 2014 championship car on a base for the Kevin Harvick car for the Budweiser reason. But yeah, so once again, we'll go ahead and talk about this championship car, or the Daytona 500 championship car, I guess you could say. Of course, Ford Fusion, and 41 on the side. Haas CNC, not too much to talk about. And yep, it's getting Haas CNC on the back, Ford. And yeah, so kind of an old review. Really, this whole review is kind of an old review with the new bonus wave. But seeing how I haven't seen any more of the bonus wave cars, and haven't seen any of the Wave 3 cars, thought I might as well get in a review sometime before too long. But yeah, so there you go. Good look at the car, and we'll go ahead and take a comparison look. And we'll probably get some comparison photos after this. But yeah, right off the bat, you can definitely tell a tone difference in the red. Much brighter red on the Ford Fusion, which I do like. I do enjoy that. And of really looks less matte than what the 2016 one does. So I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, another thing you can kind of see. I don't know if it's just because it's brighter or what, but this red definitely tries to, or it looks like it kind of stretches out just a little bit more to the 41. So maybe just a little bit stretched out. Maybe not exactly the same scheme. Maybe just a little bit different, but really, if you're looking at it from the side, you can't really tell the difference between the 2016 and 2017 car. Of course, no changes in the name banner, of course, other than, once again, Chevrolet and Ford. But they don't have the new name banners where it doesn't have the name banner, I guess it would be. But yeah, so once again, another great diecast, and I'm glad to have it. I can put that up there on my shelf for all the other Daytona 500 win cars. Of course, it's unfortunate that we don't have the actual Daytona win raced version in the 164 scale. Even though that car will probably make a terrific 124 scale. I can't wait till that comes out. I probably won't order it, but if I had the space and I had the money and stuff like that, I probably would order it because that is a phenomenal diecast. And congrats to those who have already pre-ordered it. That's going to be awesome. Of course, with that grass patch in the hood, and all that. But yeah, so another car we'll go ahead and take a look at will be Trevor Bayne's 2016 Avocare diecast number 6, of course. And yeah, so this is actually a really phenomenal scheme. This change. This scheme has changed just a little bit for the 2017 scheme. It has more of a rainbow side, but actually kind of like this. And seeing how it was in the bonus wave and seeing how it was for a good price, went ahead and picked it up. And it'll be a little while before we get this 2017 scheme, more than likely. So once again, went ahead and picked it up. So looking forward to it. And we'll go ahead and take a first look at these new magnets that we get. And I'm quite sure that we'll only see this magnet for the bonus wave. Hopefully they continue the bonus wave for the next couple years. I do like that idea, that concept. But yeah, so okay, so that's actually quite odd. I thought this was a magnet, but guess I'm mistaken. Of course, this is probably old news. A lot of people have done reviews on these. But yeah, so NASCAR Cup Series schedule, NASCAR Xfinity Series schedule. So that makes a lot more sense, because I was kind of wondering what the reason for the fact that they would put the Cup Series schedule on Xfinity Series cars. So that's cool. I actually do like that. I wish that they did put like the maybe the TV schedule on there. Like I know there's not much room, but whether put like Fox, NBC, whatever, stuff like that, NBCSN, Fox Sports 1, if they kind of put that on there, that would help. Of course, I kind of have to look that up. I don't have cable, so I kind of just watch the races that we have on Fox and NBC without the Fox Sports 1 and NBCSN. I don't get those channels, but I do watch the standard races pretty much the first half before the chase. I get to watch live on TV, and the other ones, if they're on YouTube, I watch them, but otherwise I'll probably watch them on RaceView, stuff like that. I have RaceView on my phone, so I'll probably watch it that way, or some other form or fashion, or just a little bit later. But yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and take a look at the hood, or sorry, the card. Of course, see it there, and let's see here. So I guess it goes down this way with the date right there. So I guess Charlotte, 5/28, I will be at that race. Go ahead and mark that off. That'll be awesome. And so yeah, I'll be at the race. So I won't be at the All-Star race, unfortunately, but happy to be at the Coca-Cola 600. That'll be awesome. I'll definitely be getting a couple diecasts from that. That's within, 20 days. So we're almost getting there. I'm excited. That'll be the one race for the season, and I usually try to go to one race every year. And I go into different tracks. I went to, last time I went to Charlotte was probably, 2006 for the Coca-Cola 600? Or if it was called Coca-Cola 600, I'm not too sure. But yeah, probably the last time I went to Charlotte was 2006. I did go up there, at least for a race anyways. I did go up there for Lionel Racing's sale that they had back in early April, May, or no, not May. Sorry, I think it was probably early April that we went up there for that deal, and I went up to Charlotte Racing or Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I got to see that track again for the first time in probably 8 years or so. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going back up there. I went to Martinsville in 2015 for the spring race, of course. And then Richmond, which of course they raced there last week, but I went to Richmond in 2016. That was a pretty cool race. And this year I'll go to the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. So hopefully I'll get Bristol in there. I really want to go to Bristol. I really want to go to a couple other tracks, Daytona 500. I really want to make it to that race one year, but that just takes a little bit of planning because it's a little bit of drive, not too much of a drive from stated in North Carolina. So not too much of a drive, but yeah. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and take a look at the car, and this car is really, really awesome. I do like this car, and we'll take a look at it. So I do like these back markers I guess you could say kind of a back marker. Trevor Bayne's been running okay this season. But, yeah, of course, AvoCare here on the front. And, of course, another Ford Fusion. So, yeah, good here on the side. And Sprint Cup logo, there you go. Try to get the glare off of it. And Mobile One, couple of the various sponsors. 3M, number 6, AvoCare, Mac Tools, and Goodyear Racing Tires, of course. And a little name right there. Of course, name on the name banner, Bayne, with the Ford 6 AvoCare and AvoCare on the back. And, of course, more AvoCare. Pretty much a single sponsored car. But, yeah, we got pretty much this side same. But, yeah, so once again, a very phenomenal scheme, and I'm glad to have it. First Trevor Bayne car I've had. So, I believe it's the first Trevor Bayne car, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm glad to have that car. Nice to get some other, kind of race cars, some other drivers in my collection. So, that is terrific. Speaking of other drivers, of course, I'll get some other pictures, later after that. But speaking of other drivers, we do have Matt DiBenedetto. This is the first Matt DiBenedetto car that I have, of course. He's not driving the 83 car anymore for 2017. I believe it's, Corey LaJoie? Corey, however you say his name. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. So, what car number is Matt DiBenedetto driving this year? I can't really remember. But I did like this scheme. I did like this car. So, very, very happy to find it. And this car is actually kind of hard to find online for a decent price. So, I'm glad to have it. And we'll go ahead and crack it open. Take a look at this. I do like Matt DiBenedetto. And I'm glad he did run one good race. What was it in Bristol where he finished, 6th, I believe? Maybe top 10. But, of course, same old card. So, these cards are actually kind of reminiscent of what we got back in, 2007 and stuff like that with the, not Racing Champions, but other stuff. We did get stuff like this. The hoods. I guess, what is it? Action Racing. Motorsports Authentics, I believe. But, yeah. So, we did get the schedules back in, 2007, as you see the 2007 Nextel Cup schedule. But really with these, I didn't really see a point. I actually have 2 of these. And the other one just kind of sits in the packaging still. But to me, there's not really a point in these kind of things. Because you get one of them, and then what do you do with the other one? Just either pack it away or throw it away. So I do kind of like the trinkets that we get. Otherwise, this kind of stuff, we do get something a little bit different. As you see in the background, all the different kind of trinkets we've gotten. The other trinkets I do have on my wall. But yeah. This stuff was just kind of repetitive and get the same thing over and over again. Really, it's really kind of cheap. It's just cardboard. But, yeah, kind of one of the weaker trinkets, but I guess because it was such a grand wave, there were so many cars that couldn't really put in a single or multiple trinkets for those cars. But anyways, pretty cool. Definitely, I guess it kind of makes up for the car. Of course, these are 2016 cars, even though. But, yeah, I do really like this car specifically. I'm glad to have it. And, yeah, so there you go. Take a look at it. Cosmo Motors, right there. Can't really tell. Let's see. Does it say anything? Can't really tell if there's something written right here or not. There probably is, but I can't really read it. I think it says established in 2005. So there you go. Of course, 83. I think this scheme is pretty much the same for 2017, but yeah, of course, like I said, not driven by Matt DiBenedetto. So, what was it, they called him Matt DiBenedetto, maybe? Burrito? But, nevertheless, an awesome scheme. I'm glad to have it once again. So, there you go. Of course, a Toyota Camry. Definitely looking forward to those 2017 Toyota Camry noses. Definitely something different. They're changing it up just a little bit, even though it is taking quite a while to get that mold. Of course, it did take a little while to get the Ford nose when they did change to the new Ford nose in 2016. But, yeah, hopefully we get those Toyotas before too long. I definitely want to get Martin Truex's cars and stuff like that. Do not have a Furniture Row Denver Matches car for Martin Truex Jr., so I definitely want to get one of those. And nevertheless, so here we go with another Xfinity car. And, of course, you can tell this is a 2016 by the, well, I believe the, well, is this the new nose? Guess we'll take a look at it in a little while. But, yeah, so here we go, Xfinity car. We'll go ahead and crack this open. Of course, this is Chase Elliott. So, once again, just another Chase Elliott car from me. So, pretty awesome. Armor Vienna sausages. So, if you're not from the South, you may not know what Vienna sausages are. Kind of home food for me, because me, North Carolina, kind of a southern state. And I remember my grandmother, she used to come over and she'd have a can of Vienna sausages, and she kind of dished it out to all of us. We all got like one Vienna sausage. But so kind of, you know, it's kind of a food that I've grown around, and I've always enjoyed. So I actually kind of have a couple of Vienna sausages in my room that I kind of keep just to snack on, keep some in my truck. You know, a good meal that you don't really have to refrigerate, just kind of keep it somewhere, anywhere, and just eat it with a knife out of the can. But yeah, if you haven't had them, I guess it's kind of, you kind of say it's kind of like a bologna, kind of like a, cylinder-like bologna, if you could say. But yeah, they're quite good. So not bad, like 53 cents a can, I believe. But yeah, Vienna sausage, of course, on the front, and 88. So of course they changed the nose. We'll take a look at another car. Let's see. Yeah, so this, I believe, see if I can clean it out just a little bit. It's been sitting up there for a little while. But I can't tell if that's the new one. I believe it's the new one. It's the new nose. They kind of changed it for, I believe, 2017 or 2016. So we do have just the, I guess is the updated one. But yeah, so there you go. Armor, Vienna sausage, 88 here on the side. And Armor, feed the vets. So pretty cool cause there. So forth. Just a little bit of I guess, paint scruff right there. You see some of the blue. Might take a Sharpie marker and just kind of cover that up just a little bit, make the blue less visible. But nevertheless, a pretty cool car. I do like these Xfinity cars. I do have a couple of them. I do have a Ryan Reed number 16 that was actually in the bonus wave as well, but I went ahead and opened that one up for whatever reason. And I got that back when he won the Daytona. Won at Daytona. It wasn't the Daytona 500. It was what? The Daytona 400 maybe? Because it was for the Xfinity series. But nevertheless, a very, very cool scheme. So I guess we'll go ahead and line these cars up. And go ahead and wait for the, or stay tuned for the close-up pictures and so forth. So there you go. This is my review of the bonus wave and one car from wave 2. So there you go. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Go ahead and do that if you have not done so already. And stay tuned, guys. This is NASCAR Authentic Reviews, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, signing out. Take care.